going to show you how to fit a QRPro Base Mount to the F-Bracket. Now, the holes don't natively support our QRPro Base Mount. This is a QRPro Base Mount. There's no holes that actually fit all of the holes there. So you could fit it with one hole, but that's just not recommended. So we've designed a base support bracket specifically for the F-Bracket. So this base support comes with all the screws that are required. There's 4 of these 35mm long screws, and they come with nuts and bolts, so I'll just fit that. There we have the base support bracket fitted to the F-Bracket, and now I want to introduce you to the QRPro DOFR base. And as you probably guessed, if you've seen any of the videos, we need to remove or loosen off some of these screws so that we can get access to the mounting holes. Now there are mounting holes in the middle. They are used for the hot ass kit, but we would advise, where you can, to use the outer 80mm centre holes rather than the inner 60mm centre holes, just to give it greater stability and hold it firmer in place, in the, as close to the corners as we can. So I've removed the screws. Just need to loosen the other 2 screws to allow the guides to move, and that will give us access to the outer holes. What am I doing here? The outer holes, these 2 holes in particular, I've already got access to these holes to mount the base onto the support bracket. So I'll just do that now. And then what we'll do is just pop the screws back into the guides and tighten them up. And I'll see you in a moment. And there we have it. The guides refitted. When you are tightening these screws up, do not over tighten them. They don't need to be tightened down heavily, just to the pinch. And that's that. So there you have a QRPro Base Mount fitted to the F-Bracket on a DOF Reality rig. Okay, so the QRPro DOFR mount is in place. Don't forget, if you have a standard QRPro Base Mount, that will also fit onto the base support bracket. We'll still need to remove these 3 screws in order to get to the outer 2 holes on this side. But other than that, these base mounts are pretty much the same. These have less holes, which means they take less time to print, which means we can offer you them slightly cheaper. I've got a little bit more material, but the cost is really in time. So we thought we'd do that just to make them a little bit cheaper, a few pennies cheaper. So your controller fits on, clicks into place. When you've got heavy controller, like these are heavy controllers, when you've got heavy controllers, make sure that when you take it off, you support it to keep it horizontal or in the same plane as the actual base mount themselves. That will make these last longer, it will make these plates last longer too. Okay, so that's it. When not in use, add a dust cover.